Janet Kuypers. That usually works. If I just tell you, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
I would like to share, touch up a little. See, to lean over to you. I'd like to share with you, I've been sharing things from chapter 38, volumes 1 and 2, but there was so much stuff for 2 volumes that I had a bonus edition. The first one had white rocks, the second one had black rocks, and this one has a mix of them both. It was chapter 38, volume 3, just got a few. Chapter 38, volume 3. It's a smaller, like a bonus thing, so I was going to share 3 from this for you. I've got lots of things marked. The first one that I wanted to share with you was the second poem that I actually also read in the show that I just recently had at Buzzmill, at the show called 11 on June 11th. I have to have a checkbook of it. That's why I'm like, I can show it off.
Good.
Me and my print on my publisher, that's what I've got chapter 38, we got 11. Oh, he wants to take a picture of both of them. Chapter 38 and 11. They're just numbers all over the place. What is that all about? So the first one I wanted to share with you, because people are taking pictures, you crazy people, is the second poem that I read in that show, and it's called The Burning. I take the final swig of vodka, feel it burn its way down my throat, hiss at it scorching my tongue, and reach for that bottle to pour myself another. I think of how I look down at my hands, and they're shaking, holding that glass of poison, and I think of how these were the hands that should have pushed you away from me, but didn't. And I keep wondering why I took your hell, I took your poison. I remember how you burned your way through me. You corrupted me from the inside out, and I kept coming back. I let you burn a hole right through me. I hated it. And now I have to rid myself of you, and my escape is flowing between the ice cubes in the glass nestled in my palm. But I have to drink more. The burning doesn't last as long as you do. This one is called Poam, a conversation with Jimbo Breen. Jimbo Breen is a guy who was in Nashville who would go to my poet friend C. Ray McGirt's open mics, and he would harass and harangue everybody, and he was the army guy, and so without knowing him, he said, hey, this guy is a real pain in the butt. Would any poets out there like to write poems about him? So, and he didn't call them poems, he called them poams, P-O-A-M. So this is why this one's called Poam, a conversation with Jimbo Breen. As we sat at the poolside together, you asking me about how I've been as the sun beat down, and we talked about nuclear war. You said you didn't believe in it, and I strained to understand why. You, the man of war, the man whose body is his temple, the man who will fight to the death. You love the thought of victory, the thought of war, of pain, of triumphancy. And I sat there in the swimming pool while you sat there on the edge. I paused. Then it occurred to me, you would want a method of fighting more direct, slower, more painful, and more personal than nuclear war. You'd want to fight him one-on-one, man-to-man, with your fists. And your eyes lit up. I was beginning to understand. Now, only years later, I'd remember you with the American flag in front of your house and your love of battle. The last thing I'm going to share with you, though, is 2 Not Mute Haikus, meant to be read together. So, 1. Just sit quietly. Rapes, beatings, torture, and pain. We will beat you down. You can't be quiet. Try to fight the world's evils, even with just words.
Yeah.